The time has finally come. It's going to be an excellent weekend. In the last two videos, you saw, I think it was the last two videos, me prepare this trailer for our trip and then work on the truck for our trip. And we are going to load the cart vet up into the trailer and haul it down to Tail of the Dragon. Staying at an Airbnb. That's about a 7-hour drive from here. And then the tail is another 3 hours from that. So the plan is to go down to Lake Cumberland, stay on the lake. My son and I are going to go on a trip. He just turned 13 a couple months ago, and it's a traditional father-son trip. So we are going to head out of town, go enjoy a few days, cruising around, doing some other stuff besides just the cart vet. But we're gonna go to the tail. I've never been to the Tail of the Dragon on anything, car, motorcycle, anything. So this should be a blast. I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope you enjoy this episode. And yeah, gonna go spend some time with my son. Men, I highly recommend that you do this with your sons, well, and your daughters too, if you have them. He just turned 13, as I just said, and I've done this with all my boys. It's important to get out in front of what the culture is going to tell your children. And so we will actually have some serious discussion around what it means to be a man, around what godly sexuality looks like. And I know the culture is going to try to influence him if, it probably is already. It actually, I'm sure it is. But I need to, as the father of the home, be out in front of culture. So this is just my short encouragement to get out in front of the culture, lead your family well, talk to your children about important subjects before or alongside when the culture is trying to influence them. So we're gonna get the cart loaded up in the trailer, get some luggage loaded up, and hit the road this morning. Got a number of hours, probably 8 total hours by the time we stop for food a couple times, and get down to Kentucky. All right, we pulled in last night after it was dark. It wasn't super late. It was maybe 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 Eastern time. But it was dark enough. Couldn't film. But I got this pulled into the driveway of our Airbnb here, and beautiful setting. I've actually been to this place several times. This is the Lake Cumberland Resort. Maybe I'll drop a link in the description. It's in the Daniel Boone National Forest, so there's just forest and trees everywhere. And then back, sorry for all the spinning, right back that way behind the house is the lake, Lake Cumberland. So beautiful setting, and lots of twisty roads around to drive. We're going to spend the day here driving around a little bit. We're going to go on a hike, my son and I, and then the tail is another 3 hours from here. So we're going to trailer at about 2.5. Plan is to stop in a Walmart parking lot, unload the cart vet about 45 minutes from the tail of the dragon, and make the rest of the trip in the cart from the trailer. And that way the cart's not great on long road trips. I've driven it 2 hours in one sitting, and that's, I mean, it's fine. It runs fine. It doesn't overheat or anything, but not something that I want to spend a 6-hour round trip doing. So that's the situation. Truck did great on the way over here. Did pick up a minor code, not even enough to really show up on the dash, but there is a back pressure sensor issue that we'll have to deal with when we get back. Definitely needs an intercooler upgrade. In fact, that one is probably the original with 240,000 miles on it. It's likely it has a boost leak, but it definitely, pulling that trailer at 75 mile an hour down the highway, is getting heat soaked, and you can tell it going up hills after that thing's heat soaked. It just doesn't have the power that it does when it's cooler. So we'll probably look at an intercooler upgrade on that as well, but that's not for this video. This one's going to be fun. So we are going to go unload the cart from the trailer so we can tool around town and go hit some hikes and hit some roads, and then tomorrow morning we'll load it back up and go hit the tail. It's going to be a great day. All right, today is the day. We are gonna go do the tail. The cart already moved out of the driveway. It's sitting in the lot, 300 foot that way or so, and I'm gonna move this truck and trailer to that same lot and get it loaded up, because I can't really do that here in the driveway. And we will get on our way. It is, don't know, it's foggy this morning, but forecast down near the tail says it's going to be great and sunny. It's actually going to be sunny later today here as well in Burnside, Kentucky. But We're going to get this loaded up. Yesterday, we tooled around some roads, some mountain roads here in the area, went for a hike, and just kind of generally hung out with my son. So had a great day yesterday with the cart out pretty much all day. We ended up going to a car show late that evening. Picked up a little bit of footage that I can probably throw here from that car show. It was a little town called Liberty, Kentucky. I didn't expect much and was actually pretty surprised at how many cars turned up for a Friday night car show. So good car scene here in Kentucky. So we'll get this thing loaded up now and hit the road. All right.
What's up, guys?
We pulled up in front of a Walmart here, closest Walmart to the Dragon, still about 40 minutes away, I think. But this seemed like a good spot to unload the cart, so we'll get it unloaded here and probably go eat some lunch and then head on down to the tail.
thing is so quick, dude. I was sweating so hard just trying to keep up.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Hey. Oh yeah, dude. Good shit.
Well, we made it back safely, and it's now, I think, 2 days later, and I finally brought my trailer back to where it normally rests along with the truck. So put a little over 1,200 miles on the truck, pulling a trailer fully loaded that's probably 6,500 to 7,000 pounds, something like that. So not a super heavy load, but it did pretty well. I'm happy that it survived and did pretty well. Averaged something like 9.5 miles to the gallon. I don't know if that's good or not for these 6-liter Power Strokes. Maybe I'll do some checking to see. As I said earlier, we've probably got some sort of boost leak to deal with, just so it pulls a little better. So I imagine if it does actually have a boost leak, I haven't verified that, that's just a guess. But if it does have one, fixing that would improve the gas mileage and the towing ability up those, steep hills. Some of them not super steep, but steep enough that it was having trouble keeping up. It's 75 mile an hour on the interstate. So all in all, though, really great trip. I need to get back down there. The Tail of the Dragon was super fun, and I'm looking forward to going back someday. So thanks for watching this one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.